I have a question for you. Does your resistance keep you stuck? Or do you ever find yourself wanting to lead or wanting to teach or wanting to step on bigger stages, wanting to speak, wanting to do the things that you want to do, but you're up against yourself? You're up against things that are internal. You're up against things that seem external, but sometimes it just comes straight down to resistance. Like you're too busy, you're too tired, you've got other people who are dependent on you. It's never going to work anyway. What kind of things come up for you? What kind of things, when I say the resistance and the struggle, what comes up for you when you're like, I don't know? Because the truth is, you want and you desire to impact people's lives, to make change, to have a business that's successful, to stand on big stages, to do the amazing things. But sometimes you come up against this internal feeling of everything I'm doing, why isn't it working? All the things. If you can relate and you're watching somewhere that there's a comment or a chat thread here, put something in the chat thread, because I heard something today that made me want to create this episode for all of you. And this came through my amazing beloved Stephen. And so I want to credit him because he said this to one of our clients. We were working with our group of high-level clients today, and he said this to one of our clients, and I was like, that is so brilliant. And it really encompassed a lot of the things that I feel personally through my own business, and a lot of the things that we go through as women entrepreneurs, and a lot of the struggles and challenges that my clients also face. Are you ready for it? So the question is, write this down because this is so good. The question is, what if the resistance that you're feeling to put your stuff out there, to sell it, what if the resistance that you're feeling to put your stuff out there and sell it is actually the pain of the people waiting for a solution that you have for them? Because do you hear that? Because resistance can show up as discomfort and pain and like, ugh, I feel so awful, I don't want it. And so you turn the other way and you're like, this must be wrong for me to try to lead or speak or do my business. But what if that pain you're feeling, that resistance pain that you're feeling, is actually the pain of the people? Because you're empathic, right? What if it's the pain of the people who are waiting for you to help, to be helped? Those people are out there waiting for the solution that only is yours to connect with them on. They're waiting for your solution. What if the pain and the resistance you feel is actually the pain of your future potential clients? How would you approach it then if you knew that? Would you still approach it like, oh, well, it's painful, therefore my intuition must be telling me, don't do it, I'm going to go away? Or would you approach it like, oh, I feel the pain of the world. I feel the hearts of the people who are suffering. I know that they need this support, and I know they need it deeply because I'm feeling so much pain in here. I'm feeling the suffering. Because if you're like me and you're empathic and intuitive and you feel things, then you feel that. So what if the pain that you feel is actually the pain of the people who are calling you? Consider it like a sacred soul contract that you have to bring your message to the world, to have sales conversations, to create that offering, to stand on that stage, to create your show, to do the things that you're here to do. This is why I work with the women I work with, and I guide them in the way that I do, because if I can help you to create your soul's offering, you get it out to the world, we're helping to solve the world's pain together, and that's powerful. So I got 3 points for you. Pay attention to these because these might help. When this resistance comes up, you might be experiencing empathy overwhelm, just that feeling of feeling the pain of the people in the world. And that resistance might show up like that, like as an echo of the pain of the people who need you, those people who need your unique gifts and services and offerings. So consider it might be empathy overwhelm. And in order to really correct this, start to reach out to people. Make your business and your service about the people, more about them than you make it about yourself. That can start to correct this, because then you're actually in action and not depression. You're in action and not overwhelm. So actually reach out to people and get into their hearts and their souls, because action and service will cure empathy overwhelm. Number 2, You might be experiencing fear of judgment. This might happen. When you're experiencing resistance, it might show up as fear of judgment, like the fear of criticism, rejection, the fear of criticism, rejection. I'm saying it again, rejection. I just made a new word. It's a combination between rejection and judgment. It's rejectment. It wanted to come out of my mouth twice. So that fear that you have to putting your solution out there, because it's that fear comes up and then you're stopped, and then you're trapped in that empathy overwhelm, you're trapped in it. But you can again overcome this by focusing less on yourself and more on the people who you're here to serve, because that's what will make the difference. The potential negative feedback, if you're just on a path of service and of heart and wanting to help people heal, the potential rejection that you might feel is smaller than you coming into your divine purpose and your divine alignment, right? So fear of judgment is the second one. And the next one, who knows, I might make up a new word for this as well: perfection paralysis. If you're in that state of, I'm waiting for it to be perfect, or I'm waiting to have it more developed before I get it out there. You know what happens when you wait for it to be more developed to get it out there, or more perfect, or more done, or whatever the thing is, that sometimes it doesn't get out there. And that is a tragedy, because there again are people who have pain, who are waiting for you, who desire your connection, who desire your solutions, and they can only get it from you. It's a soul contract. It's just something that is happening on a bigger level. And you're put here to help them, which is really powerful. So remember this: we go for progress, not perfection. We go for movement forward, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion. And this is coming from a true perfectionist over here, like high level Virgo perfectionist over here. So put something out there and get real-time feedback, because you can refine it along the way. And your 1.0 version, your draft version of what you do, will be perfect for the first group of people you serve. Maybe the first few clients or the first group, it will be perfect for them. If you wait until you're like your 13 Pro Plus version, it'll be so far beyond people, and you won't have developed it with people. So go for actually getting something out there and doing it. And that's really going to help you to unleash your unique solution for people. Transform your resistance into impact by overcoming empathy overwhelm, by overcoming fear of judgment, and by overcoming perfection paralysis. And you're doing it because you know you have a gift to bring to the world. It is a bigger thing that matters more than your fears and your fear of judgment and any of your holdback, any of your resistance. Oftentimes our resistance points us exactly where we need to go. And it is an illusion, in my humble opinion. It is an illusion that all of our resistance wants to point us away. I have resistance come up all the time. That's just the path of a woman leader and a woman entrepreneur. We just finished a 4-month cycle of a lot of masterclasses and live streams and launching and a big event and bringing in new clients, like dozens and dozens of new clients coming into our world. Hundreds of people signing up for all the things that we had to offer between the live streams and the master classes. Oh my gosh, so much. Thousands of people seeing this stuff and being influenced and impacted by what we've put out in just the last 4 months alone. And at the end of it, I felt like, whew, like I'd really put a lot out there, and I wanted to rest, and I wanted to pull back. Actually, I wanted to pull back. And then it's important to build rest into your schedule. That's just normal. Like, it's normal to have expansion and contraction. It's normal. If you think about anybody who does anything, think about like a professional athlete. They go, and then they must rest before they're ready to go again. So the rest is necessary. But for a moment there, I was looking at it like, I'm really tired from this. I need a little bit of a reset. And then a voice came in and was like, maybe you shouldn't do your business at all. Maybe you should like take a year-long sabbatical, or like a 10-year sabbatical. Like, wouldn't it be nice if there was somebody else providing for you and like paying all the bills and all the things, and you didn't have to work anymore? And it just was like, and I followed it for a minute. I was like, yeah, what if I took a year off? But that's not possible because I need to work. I followed it for a minute and it started to take me down a road where it wasn't productive. And pause for a moment, because I'm in no way saying like push and struggle and hustle, like that thing. I'm so done with it. How many of the rest of you are done with that? Like the struggly hustle thing, done with it. But at the same time, I can't follow the other voice, which is like, only let's escape. Let's hide, because that's what's really behind that other voice. It's not just rest, because I rest beautifully. I have a wonderful schedule and I take really good care of myself. And I need to know how to rest and to work, because when I go to the extreme of like, I will do nothing, that doesn't help. That doesn't cure anything. That doesn't solve, that's not a long-term solution unless you have somebody who's providing for you and taking care of you. But for those of you who need to do your businesses because of one, a soul calling, but also because of a financial calling, then you must carry on. And so listen to the voice, the one that is the resistant voice, the one that's like, I don't know, should I be doing? Listen to this. Listen to this voice and just give it space. Don't follow its advice, but listen to it. I'm curious, why do you feel like that? Listen to it as if it was a child. And what you'll actually find, this is what I've found, is when I listen to it fully, it says, I just want to play more. I don't want you to not work. I don't want you to not like go for big dreams and stand on big stages and do amazing things and help people, but I just want to play more. And I'm like, we can do that. We can play more. We can hang out. We can rest. It just wants to play more. And then I get to continue. I get to come back to my work and my clients. So are you fully hearing the voice of resistance, and are you turning it into the potential that is right there for you? The potential of your resistance to turn into impact. You can transform it. And this is where you become the catalyst of change in your own self. And then it ripples out into the world. Because if you have a calling in you that wants to get your message out into the world, you want to help people, you want to have impact, you want to lead and shine in the way that you know is yours to do now, then you have to move through the resistance, not away from the resistance where you're backing up and running away and being like, the resistance won again. I just need to only rest and really shut my business down or whatever it is. And it's like the resistance wins then. But instead, if you just love it up and feel it, and then move forward with it, you can have tremendous impact. If any part of you is thinking that you have to cut off parts of you to be a leader and run a business, throw that away. It's a new paradigm right now, a new way that you can be in business and that you can lead from a wholehearted, whole place. This is true holistic service, everyone. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Unicorn Secrets. I'm Elizabeth Ocean, founder of the Women's Holistic Business Academy, founder of the Women's Holistic Business Network, and Unicorn Secrets, the absolute amazing show where women entrepreneurs can get the high-level strategies and the deep inner shifts to build a business that makes a difference on the planet. So keep doing what you do, keep building, keep walking gently through the resistance so that you can change the world, because when you do, we make this world a better place together. Share this video with somebody you know who needs it, and I'll see you on the next one.